Our time in the U.S. concluded with a quick tour of the American Southwest. From Utah, we drove through Monument Valley to Navajo County, Arizona. An overnight stop for car repairs led us to Kayenta, where we toured replicas of old Navajo dwellings. It was interesting to learn that they built two types of homes, one for men and one for women.
We made our way to the Grand Canyon, setting up our tent at the Mather campground. Thanks to a large field behind us, several elk wandered into our campsite to graze our first afternoon. The view of the Grand Canyon from the South Rim was spectacular.
Hi everyone, we are at the Grand Canyon at the Kaibab South Rim trailhead, and we're about to go on a little hike.
Going to Ooh-Ah Point.
Once more into the breach we go. Let's have some fun.
This trail led us straight down a steep path into the canyon. A 600-foot descent took us to our destination, Ooh-Ah Point. Had we continued, we could have hiked the entire way down into the canyon. Since it was a hot summer day, we had woken up early and taken our time on the trail. We stopped frequently on the way, both descending and ascending, so that we could appreciate the views from the trail.
The Grand Canyon is over 275 miles long and plunges a mile deep. 5 to 6 million years of erosion and earth movement had created this vast canyon. The Colorado River cuts through the layers of rock, displaying layers that give scientists clues about the region's history and formation.
Along the canyon, we caught glimpses of the largest North American land bird, the California condor. This bird is one of the rarest bird species. As of December 2015, there were only 435 condors living around the world.
Ancestral Pueblonians were Native Americans who had been living in northern Arizona for thousands of years. Spanish explorers first arrived in the mid-1500s but did not settle. Later, in 1869, Major John Wesley Powell led the first expedition down the canyon. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt visited the Grand Canyon and had declared a national monument in 1908.
After our short visit was finished at the Grand Canyon, we drove east to the Petrified Forest.
We're at the Petrified Forest National Park in Arizona, where wood from about 216 million years ago became petrified through an act of being buried in the marshlands, and the cellulose in the wood was replaced by the silicate of the surrounding land. So now the wood is stone.
A few hours upon leaving Arizona, we found ourselves stopping at El Malpais.
We are at El Malpais National Park in New Mexico, and we are currently standing in front of La Ventura Arch.
El Malpais is the Spanish name for Badlands. The name was bestowed on the area due to the barren volcanic fields that cover most of the park.
Here at El Malpais National Park, we're going to go check out the Lava Falls. It's about a 1 mile hike. See how it goes. See if we don't get rained on. This lava rock is only 3,000 years old. It's very young.
There are a handful of hikes that can be done within the park. In addition, 4 lava tube caves are accessible and open for exploration, with a permit, of course.
Malpais is relatively young compared to other national parks and monuments. It was created in 1987. Prior to becoming part of the National Park Service, it was used as a bombing range to train pilots during World War II.
Our hike through the lava fields was cut short by a large rainstorm, but we would like to return one day to spend more time and explore some more.
Our road trip across the USA concluded with a drive across the Texas Panhandle on our way to Waurika, Oklahoma. We spent a week with my parents, filling our time doing chores in the backyard and eating delicious home-cooked meals.
Hola!
She said something for me already.
Oh.
Okay, we're here in Waurika, Oklahoma. This is mi padre and mi madre. It's not on. Oh my God.
John, get out of here.
John, get out of here. Famous last words.
We've been here 3 days and he says get out of here already.
Yeah, only 3 days.
Only 3 days.
We're thankful to my parents for letting us stay for the week. It was a restful and enjoyable time before leaving for our first international destination.